no personal tools.
Yes.
So I created this as a small business gym owner myself, with a bad back, who works with a lot of performance athletes. That's where Squat Max came from, because I just didn't like what was on the market as a gym owner. Put the cost aside, $3,000-4,000 for this big bulky machine is probably quad dominant and causes some shear. So Squat Max came just the kind of hats I was wearing. Former NFL athlete that really wasn't that great of an athlete, but through training got there. So I wanted to maximize performance. Now wearing the hat of a small gym owner, back to the small footprint, can be moved around and hopefully do other things that we can talk about. And bad back since high school. I got hit by a car in the neighborhood growing up, and I was haunted. I used to get injections in my back in the guidance office in high school. So when I finally got activated to play against the Steelers, I was returning kickoffs. Back went out midweek, my life story. So getting epidurals before the game. So low back was personal for me, and now working with athletes, so I wanted to cover all those things. So even every design, I'm not sure someone would think of this unless you're a small business owner with 20 kids you're trying to train, putting the bands on. I can literally reach in here and put band tension on this easily. There's no major setup. Trying to get a band on a trap bar with high school kids is an absolute nightmare sometimes.
It's quick efficiency.
Yeah, so everything is thought out. So, and the difference between Squat Max is it's direct band tension. So I look at it, you're putting band tension on the lever arm where there's already no stabilizers really firing, no glute medius. Back to my stories, I'm anti-machine. When I did hurt my back in high school, there wasn't Instagram. I'm 50 years old, right? So, just to tell one thing about myself, after I got cut by the Eagles, I became a research scientist. I have a master's degree in pharmacology. So there's a little bit of science where the brain's not totally beat up that I remember. But I used a lot of machines. Hammer strength were big in the late 80s, 90s. And that was how, when I couldn't squat, I was stuck on machines. And I would notice, when I threw something into the equation, remember there's no Instagram, man, I added step-ups. That did something different to my, my lateral hip musculature. Where the machines, I had great quads, and I could run some people over, but I was missing those elements that really tied athleticism in. So that's getting back to this machine. So what's nice about it is, you're doing a free weight squat movement that's been proven by peer-reviewed science that actually works the glute, the quads, and the glute med, just like a back squat. And for me, the Catholic guilt situation, if I put a kid on something, and I could have given them a better prescription, in a prescription. So, and don't get me wrong, we're all doing the same thing. It's the same notes. It's just how you arrange the notes. But for me to maximize athleticism, if I'm using a machine, I use a lot of leg presses. That was my workaround. But I know that cost me some ability to cut and lateral movement when I was not able to do, free weight squats and different things. And from a deadlift perspective, USA Volleyball uses this beach volleyball. And it's great because I'll show you with the bar, but this is directly under their center at all times. So I can't take any flexion with a regular deadlift. But for this, that initial pull, even if I'm off an inch or two, it doesn't matter because I started underneath me. So I'm gonna take a break. I don't know if you're trying to make me pass out. I'm dehydrated.
Cool. So
can I say one thing?
Yeah,
one last
yeah,
thing.
go for it.
This is heaven. I've had some success, kids that started with me in 8th grade are now first-round draft picks with the Cubs. We have a lot of baseball athletes. This is one of our most favorite things, and I don't know if you can do it with bare feet. Again, because you can load up 400, 500. This is probably at the top. If we change the loop, we can get about 400 pounds of band tension. There's two explosive movements I want to show you on this. You don't have shoes on, but so you won't do it. The one is literally what I call a Russian drop squat. You get off this thing, you feel like you can jump out of the building because it's direct. And again, if I have a pro pitcher on this, if there's any shear this way, I'm never going to do something like that because I want to know that load can't pull his back that way. You know what I mean? So let me just show you real quickly. So did I put all 4 bands on there? That's what I want you to feel. See, again, you have to jimmy that seat initially. So brother, I want you to pause on this, and I'm killing you here. You'll probably get about 350 band tension. You'll feel it, middle of your feet, right there. And I would probably use the transformer pin a lot, like this. Oh, we gotta change that, we gotta, slow it down, never elbow move. This way you warm up. So just, yeah, don't hold. Pause, and then come up as fast as you can. Now that you know, come up fast again. Yes. Bring those glutes all the way through. You feel that?
It's a nice contraction.
Yeah, 0 to 60.
With that band tension, you get a lot of contrast where.
So just rope-a-dope, right? He was on a correct number 3. But if I didn't know him, and I know he's probably stronger than me, I'm gonna have him on like 2, and I'm gonna be using 4. It's like my old drill instructors in Marine Corps where they didn't have anything in their backpack. I know that's riding your nuts a little bit, but feel this. The difference in band tension. So he just got another 100 pounds.
So you can adjust that quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I'm really, even just to stand here, you gotta like really contract the glutes really hard.
And then again, as a small business owner, see how easy it is to lock it? I wanted to keep it simple.
And if I get in trouble here, obviously I could just sit under the seat, take it off.
I love you, because that's what I tell my high school kids, listen, don't panic, sit there, hey coach, and then I'll come over. I spot a lot of people this way anyway. It's such an easy way to get through the sticky point, and we're both safe. I want to definitely talk to you down the line, because I listened to your podcast on the way up. You and I have how we organize the notes. There's some similarities. Now, I haven't gotten there yet, but I think adding some, like a volleyball player, adding some load. So I love using just a bar, and this way, because the rate limiting factor is going to be their low back or their muscular. They're just not strong enough musculature. So I think as a former running back to have that, again, they all become one movement because it's now fixed. But I have that load above, and my legs are never, they're always going to be the rate limiting factor. It's never going to be what's above, but I still get so much core stimulation. Just imagine you're holding the bar here,
sure.
And that you feel that tension there. What's the middle? It's that with those core. I think those squats have been pigeonholed, because they're just trying to preserve back. But because
there's a lot of other things to consider.
Yeah. Now that if I made it somewhat affordable and it's a free weight, and a good coach, like even the transformer pin, how can I manipulate this? Like for me, when my back was bad, how about if I use a 45-pound bar and I'm still able to get the stimulation of a full body squat? So, anyway, and then you just unhook that, right? I put it real tight, but that's okay.
No, that's great. And it's just nice, I mean, and then even just the design of the belt is different than some of the other belts on the market. And I think having like the seat here for someone that's a little bit older, someone that's just like kind of just learning, like you said, you can kind of get someone, if they're not in the right position, I can kind of have them adjust their feet, get them in a good position, and then have them stand up. So it's a little bit, if you're teaching someone, and if someone is, kind of newer, if they want to go use it, they could.
Yeah.
But obviously here,
I think, if someone has to hold it, I'm fine here, but I love going here, John, where they just touch.
just barely.
They touch it and give themselves enough with their fingers.
A little small.
And it helps me with my form. It's just going to go here. It kind of grooves my form.
Cool. And I mean, even just like, I don't know if you're doing like the marching and stuff.
Yeah,
too.
we can put that.
This is,
With that narrow stance.
this is now, this
That's actually that big a lot of bands.
That's a lot of band right there. But that's cool. I mean, it just fits. I mean, it's definitely, again, a lot of like the other models, you are getting like a little bit of kind of that forward pull because it's on an arc, and just that straight up and down feels really, really good.
Can we just show the transformer pin one time?
Yeah.
On video? So just stand up. Take a little rest. I know I'm killing you now.